The third speaker, Professor Willem, is the person who, when I talked to him yesterday, he said, we got to bring the staff and the students to the community and live there. And that was a very summary of what it is. He's going to talk about how we mobilize staff, students, and the community together to ensure that we can realize what we are talking about in the conference. Professor Willem.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues. I once knew a princess. Sorry. A naive young princess. Students, universities should change, don't they? Yeah, okay. We share an experience together. I will buy you a beer later on, okay? We have to talk. We share an experience. We all know Norbert Steinhaus. I met him too, somewhere at the end of the world. 2 years ago, we met on the border of Poland in Nordost-Pommern, really the end of Germany. A region with huge problems, so very interesting tasks. And we met there in a village, a very small village, an old village. We met in an old church. We had a meeting, and Norbert and I, we flew in from abroad in this community, and we had to inspire the community. And what you saw there were colleagues from Hochschulen, universities of applied science, and in a university. And what they did there with their students was magnificent. With their energy, they brought this whole community together. This was community-based process, fantastic. But when we asked who is paying you and where do you come from, it was 95% students or university. So it was very sectoral. There was a politician, and when I had my speech, the politician went away, so I stopped the thing and went after him and asked him, where are you going? And he said, you have some work to do, I go into my office. So I told him, I will go too then, because it's your problem, not our problem. And that's the main theme there. Now, 2 years ago, this was 2 years ago, and during the time, Norbert and I, we are calling them, where are you, and can we get on with the process? And they say, no, the money, das Geld ist alle, the Germans say. So we don't have any money anymore, so the project has stopped. So the more I don't want to, this is my point. What I'm doing here is, okay, you understood what I meant? No? Okay, I can do it again. Here I am on a very dangerous situation. The train will come in 10-15 minutes. So you can see when you're going outside your universities, it's a highly dangerous job to bring students, and you can see some politicians there. The mayor is the one in the back here. He don't want to hear what's going on, but there the civilians are very enthusiastic, and they say, yes, go on, but the mayor here is waiting for the train. I call my project Kennis, Werkplaats. We try to translate this in field lab, shop, or whatever, but we have to work. So I'm doing this, so don't talk, don't analyze, don't write, work, please, because these societies, they need us on a permanent basis. Big five, you will meet them later on. One of the big five, you are one of the big five. Research, especially you. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh. Now this is what I'm doing. I'm working in the University of Applied Science, Van Hall Larenstein in the Netherlands. It's a part of the Wageningen University, but I'm working too for the Ministry of Economic Development, Agriculture and Innovation, because what we're doing now, they like very much what we're doing, because long life learning, they need us, they need you for long life learning. That's the main goal we are dealing with. So they tried it in all those things you described. We did it too, but we learned now that bringing the students, they are the only ones who have an open mind and a learning attitude. Our problem is, what I'm doing here is the same as Sophie was here. is doing. We have these points. We had an experiment, and that's a pity here in the region of the Mar colonies, Veenkoloniën. It's near the city of Groningen. I was working down there as a professor in develop my project, and I was intrigued by the fact that the city of Groningen, where he's coming from, they have some 134 million student hours a year. This is quite normal, actually. We counted all the projects which came out of this, millions of student hours, and we counted 14,000 projects, all the things you described, and the one project wasn't aware of the presence of the other project. So actually it is nonsense. So these 130 million student hours and these nearly 10,000 projects, we don't need them. So we thought, how can we connect this on a high-scale basis? So your message is clear. How can we connect this huge energy, which is worth a lot of amount of money? And what they're doing is learning, learning, learning. So when these students are going outside with their professors, etc., can we add civil servants to it and everybody we need in this process? And then we have long life learning. And it costs nothing when we organize it in a proper way. My problem was we tried to do this in the region of Veenkoloniën, and a lot of things are happening, but not enough. So they discovered my project, and then they asked me to do it in the whole of the Netherlands. I said no, but I was forced to do this, and now I'm living on the highway. It's a pity, actually. The problem of regions, when you are mayor in the region. I have to describe this groene kenniscoöperatie. We will practice this later on in this speech. Groene kenniscoöperatie. This is Dutch. Yeah, only the Israeli people can speak. But the Groene Kenniscoöperatie is a green cooperation of knowledge. In the Netherlands, all the educational forums on the several levels are organized in the cooperation. This is really unique. This is the first step. So bring them together on professional education and universities of applied science and universities. Bring them together in a new chain so they can combine forces. We will be stronger. So I'm working for the Groene Kenniscoöperatie as part of the ministry. Going to practice, you see that regions are in transition. We have the biggest transition ever in human mankind on this earth is occurring now. I could better say it is occurred already. So this transition from, let's say, an agricultural economy in the rural areas, it's now it's a totally new economy. It's very rapidly changing, and the project is not enough. So we need each other. And when you are a mayor or a civilian in the village or whatever, these things will happen. It's only my sheet wasn't big enough. You can wait for this for days. There's one mistake in this. Find the mistake. You saw it already, 120 networks, no, 1,200 networks. So I want to build something, I have a problem, I have a question, I have a task, a transition. You have to combine this. All these people need your problem. We need your question, otherwise we are not funded, otherwise we don't have a project. So please come on the stage and ask me something. And when you are an interesting guy, you will see all these people will mail you. You can go to conferences and whatever. So this is the main problem. We have too much money, so it's a good thing that we have a crisis. So how bring this together, this total chaos? We are so rich, everybody is doing his own thing. The only problem is, I need your problem. Then we get this, even worse. People, profit, knowledge, government. And they again have their bodies. It's fantastic. How to explain to my grandchildren what we did? and how bring this together on a logical basis, on a certain level. And what we found is there is a stage, and this is not community-based as a village. It's not a question of a farmer. It's a regional program. So the problem is that big that we don't need projects, we don't need questions, we need shared visions, we We need new shared responsibilities, and we need a program. So, do we have a problem? We have a problem. We have a problem. Yes, because we all pretend but we can go to 20 conferences today. I can tell the same story. We are building a new economy, new knowledge. You know this all. We have several projects, and this is one word for this: transition. A revolutionary transition. It already happened. We need new roles. Don't develop new roles, we need them already. There is no student in your university which will do the job for which he is trained. Ask them, are you trained for the thing you're doing? No. So university, reinvent yourself. Oh, you're doing a good thing, but you're too young and too small. But he's a prince. Yeah? So, do we have a problem? No. We are the problem. You are a main problem. Make a project of yourself, please. And then we have this big five, civilians. We need civilians. Then we need these always, exactly nowadays, we need entrepreneurs, business. Business is important. We have to earn money with something. Education, long life learning, key word, education, learn. Stop telling things, sending things, listen, learn. Research is the most important thing. Networks like what you're doing here is fantastic, but it's all researchers, 100%, so it doesn't work. And then we have politics, NGOs. These are the big five. What are they doing? They're creating their own world. You are doing the same thing. Sorry. Don't hit me. Help me. So we're not working together there on the left, but we're creating our own worlds. So we have our projects, and in our project we need civilians, and we tell them we need a question. The best thing is to ask me this question, or that question. Is it difficult for you to make a definition? I will help you. So you don't need the civilian, you need yourself. So what we're doing in our projects is we're bringing them together, but on the left, we don't bring them together. Our main problem is we're creating our own world, so in a certain way, we lose contact, we lost contact. Nobody's angry. Okay? Oh. This happened. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? The big five. They are so heavy that there, this mayor or our princess, she is there, but it's okay. This is okay. The civilian there, he's walking there, he's more interested in my camera than in the donkey. The donkey is hanging there, it's okay, its belly is full. And here, one of the big five, it could be a civil servant or a professor, he will bring up more. So this is our situation. This is another word for crisis. In Greece, you will see the same situation, but the donkey will be less thick. We can see ourselves as a very rich group here. We can complain about money, but there's money enough. There is still too much money, but we are not doing anything. So what we have to do to respond to this regional transition, civilians need us. They really need us in another way. So we need a new definition of what we're doing. We need to connect. This defragmentation is the main problem. And when we could cope that, then we will cope, then we can respond on new developments in regions. Only in this situation we will see them. You don't see what's going on. And when you see it, you don't have the time or the money to act. We need this multi-actor cooperation, but then really multi-actor cooperation, not in the project for 6 weeks or half a year. It's nonsense. And when we can do this, we will see shared ownership. We don't need stakeholders, we need shareholders. So, and we don't need groups who don't have money or energy or whatever. We need money. And we have to go from government to governance. That's the main issue. Okay, and when I read what you're writing, then you know exactly what to do. That's the interesting thing of scientists. We know what to do. This, build a new durable knowledge infrastructure on a regional basis with equal partners. I can show you 20 publications and you can see all this. But it never happens, of course. But that's not a problem. We have our article written. What you could do is, what I'm doing here is make a framework, make a new infrastructure. So my message here is build a werkplaats. Maybe we have to rehearse now for the moment. I couldn't find another word, sorry. I didn't want to have a lab. So I didn't want to have a rural lab or a regional lab. So I thought the Dutch word is okay, werkplaats, Werkstatt auf Deutsch. Can we rehearse? Werkplaats? A bit louder, please. He's the only one, he's really enthusiastic. You can try again, okay. You have 2 points extra. What we're doing is here we're organizing the region on a long-term basis, 5 years. So I need these politicians and they have to choose for us. Not for other projects, for us. They have to bring in the projects and the money and they should be willing to change their projects. On the other hand, here, universities, but don't forget all the other levels of education, professional educations, bring these students together to several levels. It's fantastic. So you can build a chain here, but you have to organize this. In a certain way, you have to change universities, of course, but on the other hand, you don't have to change them, you have to organize them. So when you organize this, I need coordinators here in the universities who help me. I need coordinators there in the regions who help me. It's their problem. And in the middle, we are organizing our, let's say, project system. And that's why I'm doing the same as you are doing. But through this system, we can make more energy and we can make more students and money and projects together. Okay. The second point is, so we need a structure and infrastructure. We need a shared regional vision. We are not interested in your vision. We are interested in a shared vision. When I have a vision, please help me to change my vision, but not impose your vision on my vision. Second, the third thing is bring them really together, but let it circulate. But remember, on a roundabout, at a certain moment, you have to get off a roundabout. Otherwise, you will circulate. Long life circulation is not interesting. So we need, this is a technique, a methodic. This is an approach which is highly difficult. And this kenniswerkplaats, we have many actors, many disciplines, but they have to be trans-sector, trans-powerment, otherwise it don't work. I don't need 20 farmers. And then this, the main question I ask to the wetenschapswinkels, science shops. I need you, especially here. What are we doing? From which theory are we starting? How do we develop our projects? And what have we learned? So this knowledge management system, it's one of the difficult themes we have, and I need you. Please help me. Okay, that was the theory. Now practice. One of my, when I'm telling you this, all this, then we go into practice, and the only thing you will meet is the vacuum, and that's why you're the vacuum cleaner, and so I'm in charge now. It's my project. Please stop that. This is your main identity problem. Okay, I will do it myself. Don't do it. Nope. Okay, we try to get out of university and out of the schools because within the university and within the schools it won't happen. Impossible. Fantastic. You can call universities in Holland too, and they will don't call you back. So the main motto I have is become part of practice, but stay there. Please stay there. What we did is we went to politicians and asked them, do you have a place to stay? Of course. In the Netherlands, all churches are empty, so I had, in no time, a beautiful church in a no place. But And we could find money at once because the unique situation, really unique situation, when you make a combination between the 5 O's, there's the big 5, you will find money everywhere because this is the main theme of Europe. It's the main theme of Washington. So World Bank also, projects, we need knowledge, we need entrepreneurs, we need education, please bring it together. So when we stay here, we found money quite quickly. And we changed this church in a student hotel. We stayed there for 24 hours a day, 2 years. We consumed 160,000 student hours. We had beautiful adventures, especially at night, 2 or 3 o'clock. Young students, an expert in the attic. Wow. Yes. So there's difference between the science shop, wetenschapswinkel. It's not a Dutch word. I like. And kenniswerkplaats is, these are the differences. And the main difference is we stay. So for 5 years, we need a contract. We have to deliver. So I have to deliver in the year 2013, next year, I have to deliver 1.2 million student hours in my werkplaatsen. So my high school, or my schools and my universities are in a big stress. So I'm not wanted in Holland anymore. What we're doing here, this is our church, and you can see here a community, and this is the project you described, and we have lots of them. Behind there you can see our student bikes. We have our own student beds, student bikes, washrooms, all in this building. And at a certain moment it ran, it was fantastic. Everybody came, students, and always here the big 5. So you will not see a picture in which the big 5 are not presented. So here are civilians, entrepreneurs, students, scientists, and politicians. Always the politicians. When you have a question, I will help you, but you stay. So the center of this village is your problem, not my problem. So I will not deliver you a prospect or an article or part of research. I will talk to you permanently. So look what's happening. Listen what's going on. Nope. And this is what we're doing in the whole of Netherlands and in Suriname and in Kunming in China. So, and the Chinese are like Dutchmen, so that's no problem. One region, the Veenkoloniën. You can see all the logos here. 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay. 2 minutes? 4 minutes? You have always deal. So a lot of groups. We need a shared vision. That's a program. They had some 300 projects for us. We told them we don't want 300 projects. We want a program. So we developed together a program, 7 themes. Out of these 7 themes, these projects occurred. So you can see this was, in the end, in the first year, a contract. So we developed an amount of money of 660,000 euros, and every student hour was 3 euros. And we brought in here some 50,000 student hours. In the end, it was a lot more. We have steps. So we build this innovation program, otherwise we can't work. We don't want projects. Out of these projects, this program, we are developing a knowledge agenda. Not every project is interesting for us, so we need knowledge questions. And after that, we need a contract, we need money, we need the deliverance, everybody has to deliver. What's going on then is, here, not knowledge circulation, that's normal. Here, the schools and there, but what we're doing here is every role in this game, especially, let's say, everybody, but especially politicians, they have to stay because they have to change. They are one of the main problems. So we want to go, we don't want to have a collection of individuals, not interesting, that's a project. We don't want to have a community of interest. We are not interested in interest. We want to have a community of learners. What is your question? What do you want to learn? So not what is your problem, what is your learning question? And it would be better to have a coil community of innovative learners. I need an innovative learning community. A werkplaats is a coil. We have to organize this. You need a quite good organized situation because continuously we need money, we need projects, we need change, every day things change. So change is the main theme, so we need people who can absorb this and work with this. What I did was, the last weeks, I developed a publication, and it will be put on the website tomorrow. So you can see everything I told you here, you can find it there. So all the material in English, of course, is available on the website. When you do this, you can make the impossible possible, so change has occurred. What I want to do now, last action. Oops. This is a publication in Dutch. I want to give it here to my boss. But you can find this on the website. It's all for you available. When you have questions or whatever, then please mail us.